Hello everybody, welcome back to the workshop. So in this video we are going to talk a little bit about what you can do in the slow times of your business. So this video comes at a good time because as I record this we are going through a particular time and season in blacksmithing and in most businesses in blacksmithing that cater more towards the small end of the market. So when I say small end of the market, I'm talking things that are, between 1 to 2 foot tall in dimension wise and smaller. So these are giftable type items. These are gift-like items like fire pokers and hat racks and, anniversary charms and bottle openers and hooks and all that sort of stuff. So this time of year is very tough on businesses. It's getting into the fall, and this is kind of like a pre-season to Christmas, if you will. Kids are going back to school. Parents don't have a lot of time, and frankly, people are trying to take and get the last little bit of scurry of business things before winter hit, right? They're trying to get the yard and whatever, they're trying to get all their outdoor projects done. And so really their mind's not wrapped up around like, let's get some gifts, let's, take care of anniversary presents, let's, this and that. They're really just trying to focus on getting that like into the year shuffle kind of thing going. So what that means for an artist and somebody who relies on that type of income means you're dead right now. That means you are like literally like eating beans and rice, and it sucks, and I know that. I've seen a lot of different social media posts here over recently, from being around on Facebook or on Instagram, and I've also seen a few videos online as well where people have indicated kind of under the breath, kind of mumbling a little bit about not really having the business that they were hoping for when they decided to start this. And a lot of those are newer businesses, like less than 1 year. And some of them are, they've been around for 1 to 2 years. And I'm here to tell you that you're just not out of the water yet. A lot of times what we want to do is we want to kind of conceptualize a business that blacksmithing is going to take care of all of the life's problems. We're going to make $1 million every day. It's going to be great, right? We're going to just be able to live and love and just do everything and yada yada. But this is kind of the meat and taters of the business. This is the reality of being in business yourself. You will have high times and you will have dry times. So the biggest thing that I can offer you as a piece of advice is stay and stick to your guns through the dry times. Now is the time to hustle even more during your dry times to take and fill in where you've got that lack. And then, in your good times, you need to put back money in your good times to help shelter you for those lows in your business. Because if you don't have a low right now, eventually you will. And unfortunately, what you see all too often, or at least what I see all too often because I'm fairly perceptive of this, is you see a company, you see a blacksmithing little enterprise get started. They might have a great brand, a good concept, the whole bit. They don't make it past their first winter because business dries up around the first of the year, which it does. And it actually dries up right around just the week before Christmas because, we make handmade things. So it's usually has a long timeline to get it out by Christmas and shipping and stuff. So it dries up about a week before Christmas, and it doesn't get going again until closer to Mother's Day and in May. So that's a long time to be without a lot of sales. Now, you'll still get a trickle of sales in when it comes to that, but by and large, it is nowhere close to the volume of sales that you're pushing come summer. And there's a little psychology to that. If you think about it, really, what do you feel like doing when it's -10 outside and there's snow blowing, and sticking to the side of your face? You're not really going to be focused. You're going to be focused on waiting on the big old tax time and going through tax season and all these other things, and just kind of waiting for spring, right? Like you're depressed. Everything's grayer. Usually the good times is had by most people just love summer. And so that affects buying opinion, and you have to properly prepare your business for that. And it just happens. So right now at the recording of this video, and this can go, it really, I hope this video will transcend. You guys will share it out with anybody that is running a small business, because this applies unilaterally across the board, not necessarily just to blacksmithing. Right now is kind of back to school season as the recording of this video. And with that, people are just not in the buying mindset. They're trying to get school books and the backpacks and the latest shoes for their kids and make sure, they have everything and all this and yada yada to get ready for school year. And so right now is not a big buying time. So just stick it through. You'll make it to that next kind of little knoll, that next little hill, and that'll be that right after everybody getting back to school. So you're looking around the end of October-ish time frame. So right around Halloween, sales will start picking back up, and you'll have sales, a good progression of sales all the way through the month of November, and then it'll be manic the first 2 weeks of December. Always is. That's just how it is. That's how this sales game works. Then it'll die off until May, and then you'll have that summer season as well until the kids go back to school. So that's just a little handy tip for you. Don't freak out. You haven't done nothing wrong. It's just a subject of the year. And if you quit now, right, what will you have once that, you've promised a certain brand, a quality, a product. You've promised something out here to your customer base on your online presence, and there might be somebody and 100 people out there thinking on their back of their mind, you know what, I can't do that product right now, but wait till Christmas. I'm going to come back to this one. And then you're gone. You went belly up, you folded. Someone else now is making that product for the customer that you would have had because they had the grit to stick in there and get the job done, even through the dry times. So it's not all, fun and fun in the sun and however else you want to say it, whatever analogies you want to add to that. It's just not a merry bed of roses all the time in the world of blacksmithing, and that's okay. This is part of business. This is why, you should charge appropriately for your work, and you should have those funds to get you over those valleys. You need to have some funds there, rainy day funds. Now, I'm going to speak to one last thing real quick, and this could be a whole video in of itself. We live in a culture that is consumed by debt. That means, it's okay if you don't have the money today, just spend what you'll get tomorrow. That is a very arrogant way to run a business, unfortunately, because that's how so many businesses just get killed right out the beginning. I don't know your personal situation. Maybe you had to take on some debt in order to start this whole little smithing endeavor. But the thing is that doesn't take into consideration these ebbs and flows in business, and those credit card companies are going to keep on hammering you with a bill every month, even though you're in a low spot. Even if it's 3 or 4 months before you get your next real big gig, you're going to have to shoulder in front all of that money up front. And chances are, what happens, and I've seen it a ton of times, unfortunately, is people double down, they leverage down again on the debt, and before you know it, they go bankrupt, they go belly up on their business. So be very cautious of doing that. I know we live in a consumeristic society. I know that just like me, I like when anybody says, yeah, I can afford that, I'll just pay it off later. Sure, why not? I mean, because they're buying my artwork, right? That's great. I can't make those choices for them, nor can I make those choices for you. But it is another facet that you can add to your business that will cause you undue stress when you hit those low points. So I hope you'll take some of that to heart. I hope some of that will help one of you out there. Let me know in the comment section down below if it did. I greatly appreciate hearing your feedback and hearing if I've actually helped someone. That just blesses me right there. That's a great way of doing it. If you think that this would help somebody else, share it around with one of your friends. That's a great way of supporting the channel in a non-monetary way. And if you're out there and you're living high on the hog and you want to pass some of that wealth around and you want to support this channel financially, a great way of doing that is checking out our website over at blacksmithpdfs.com and consider purchasing yourself either an ebook bundle or an ebook around the business of blacksmithing. The holidays are coming up. We've got some great things around that. Some hand-forged items for Christmas where Jessica's done all the SEO for you. That's a great option there. Or you can potentially purchase a power hammer plan or something like that to help you in your smithing endeavors. But that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching this long-winded video. As always, God bless you, and we'll catch you on the next one.